welcome back to Nerdatory.
Hi.
With Julia and
Curtis
and Ashley. Today we will be talking about trailers of new things that have been coming out.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Let's start with Daredevil, because Marvel's first Netflix original. I went to a Comic-Con panel, so I did see little tidbits that they were like, had their SWAT guys out, film it, we come after you. It's Big Brother, no Hydra. So long story short, you see kind of what the character is actually going to look like, its costume, which was kind of presented already, how the story's going to set up, how it's going to be dark, and it's not going to be like, oh yeah, you have your Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on network television. It's going to be a lot more raunchy, a lot more bloody, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I think the fact that it's going to be on Netflix specifically is definitely something that attracts more viewers, because they don't have to adhere to any limits. I personally feel as though like some of the other superhero shows like Flash and Arrow on the CW kind of get a little cheesy sometimes, but I feel like because it's on Netflix, maybe they can break some more ground.
Yeah, get a little away with a lot more.
Also, because I feel like people that usually watch Netflix are binge watchers, so maybe they can do a different format to suit people that are just binge watching the show over and over again.
Well, from what they talked about that at the panel, that was a question. If I memory serves correctly, they said it's going to be it's going to cut away and just be like, instead of waiting, it's just going to go right into the next one. So it's going to be a constant flow. It's not going to be like, oh yeah, last time on Daredevil this happened. It's like, no, you know what happened. We're keeping it moving.
That's actually pretty cool. I don't think I've heard that before. That's really cool.
It's Marvel.
I think it'll definitely be pretty cool, because I don't really read any of the Daredevil things. I don't really know much about it other than the movie with like Ben Affleck, and I was like,
we don't talk about the dark.
That's pretty much all I know of Daredevil, and if this is going to be an actually cool interpretation of it, I'm definitely going to check it out, because I think it'll be a cool reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward. Speaking of reboots, let's talk about the new Fantastic Four trailer that came out a couple of weeks ago, which I was still like iffy. I know a really big Fantastic Four fans, and they're kind of like, I hate it already. I was like, it was not even a trailer. It's more of a teaser. Like, you had little snippets. You had your four, and then superpowers and kind of negative zone kind of thing.
See, it's one of those things where I just don't understand why they're making it, considering the other Fantastic Four was made, what, like 10 years ago?
Yeah.
And
a little less than that.
You know, it's kind of one of those things where, like, that was one of my problems with, like Spider-Man was. I was like, you just made this 10 years ago, like, why are you doing this? But then again, maybe from what I saw in the trailer of Fantastic Four, it definitely looked more serious than the one they made with Jessica Alba.
Yeah. They were very goofy.
I feel like that Fantastic Four definitely had like more levity, but this one looks like it'll be a little darker, which may be more interesting.
Yeah, but I definitely think it's going to be more of a in your face, not like, yeah, you might know this from the comics. Like, it's for a newer generation, which I like how they're doing the Ultimate Timeline instead of the classic timeline, which they're doing. So it's definitely something worth watching, I guess. Or give it a chance before you kind of bash on it and hate it and say, oh yeah, they're just doing another reboot. Give it a chance. You never know, you might like it. I don't know, but you might.
That's one of the series that actually deserves a reboot. Well, Daredevil, the movie was really bad, and then nothing. And that's one of the series that really deserves one, because the movies kind of ran those series into the ground.
Yeah. Well, I think it's one of those things with Marvel is like, they know, well, it's not even Marvel's Daredevil, but the sidebar of kind of other companies owning Marvel rights is like, we need to keep these rights before Marvel gets them back and makes a movie that kicks our ass. So it's one of those things, but. Alright, well, next on the list.
Next on the list is Ant-Man.
Yay.
Which I think looks pretty cool, because I like Paul Rudd, and he never ages. Like, what is that? Hello? But, no, I think it definitely looks cool. I honestly didn't know anything really about Ant-Man before hearing this movie was coming out, and I think it's definitely a fresh, new superhero type movie, because you know, like, we've seen Daredevil, we've seen Fantastic Four, we haven't seen Ant-Man yet. So that's definitely going to be a nice, fresh introduction into the whole universe, you know?
Well, I'm sorry, but I thought it was. I found it kind of boring. I was.
Curtis!
Sorry.
Curtis!
But I was like, I saw it. I was in England. I was like, Ant-Man trailer's finally out. Oh my god! And I was like, okay. Okay.
Isn't Michael Douglas in it though?
Yeah.
That automatically makes it.
Come on, Curtis!
No. I was bored because of the trailer. I'm not gonna be bored during the movie. I was just like, eh. It's just kind of eh. And like, take the Avengers trailer for example. Big, flashy. Even the first Avengers trailer, you were excited. You were like, oh my god. And Ant-Man just came out. I was like, yeah. I was like, eh.
Well, he's Ant-Man. How can you really be pumped up about Ant-Man? Like, that's...
Oh, he's flying on an ant and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it's, you know.
He's just
It's
not like...
actually kind of funny when I saw him flying on the ant. I thought about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I was just like, what? Like, okay, Paul Rudd, I didn't know you were in that movie. But
Yeah,
but no, I think it's gonna be kind of cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'll, like I said about Fantastic Four, I'll definitely give it a chance before I just like, I hate this movie, I never want to talk about this movie. Spider-Man 3. But other than that, it's one of those things where I'll just end up watching it with my friends and be like, yeah, Marvel movie, because Marvel take my money because you own me already.
Drain our wallets.
But I'm definitely looking forward to all these trailers. There's been a lot of other trailer drops during the last couple of weeks. I suggest Game of Thrones was released during the IMAX the other day. There's a bunch of other ones that definitely say go look out there.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
Yes.
So it's one of those things that a trailer happens and some people don't like trailers. I still don't understand why people don't like trailers. It kind of gives you a hint of what the movie's going to be about instead of going blind, but...
You're not gonna know until you see the trailer if you want to go see it.
Exactly.
Unless you get a title that's like so amazing, you're like, I have to see this. But most of them like Ant-Man, you're like, what the hell is Ant-Man?
You can't judge a movie by its trailer, which is what we just did throughout this whole video.
Pretty
but
much.
Still.
We're hypocrites.
But still. No, I think these really do have a lot of potential. And obviously, we'll just have to wait and kind of see. And
this is true.
yeah.
Until next time.
Bye.